Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation that you find yourself in today. And we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. I'll show you the reverse side of the cards, so that may help with your selection. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using and any information on booking a session with me. You can check that all out in the description box. That being said, I'll leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading.
Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Jade Goddess, then this is going to be your reading. Jade is a wonderful stone of good fortune, blessings, wealth. It is a very, very loved stone. And with the beautiful figure of the body, maybe you're thinking about your body at this time, how to nurture your body deeper, connecting more to your body, to the innate wisdom inside of your body. We've actually got two sort of images here that I kind of reflect the body, flexibility and bouncing back. So maybe stretching might be something you're wanting to do, wake up in the morning and having a nice stretch, or be a little bit more conscious with how you're treating your body could be a strong message for you. So group 1, some of the energy in this reading, I've got Cancer here, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra. Yep. Yeah, those are the energies here. So that could be you or someone you're dealing with. It doesn't matter all that much. Let's just jump into the past energy. As always, for group 1, we have the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Magician. So past energy, you may have been sitting in a bit of a mixed energy here, because we've got the King of Swords is very direct and concise, but the Five of Pentacles is doubting and lacking. And then we have the Magician energy. So I feel like you've gone on a bit of a bumpy road recently with your direction. Could be to do with your career or just your general sense of self, where you are, there may have been something come up where you've questioned your worth or questioned your capability or capacity to do something. But with the Magician here, it's like you're at a time now where you are gathering your resources, remembering what you're capable of, and getting ready for something fresh. I do feel like there's definitely something birthing out of nothing here with the Five of Pentacles. First of all, it's the sense of being lost, left out in the cold, not feeling good enough, not feeling capable enough, not for whatever reason feeling like you haven't got what it takes. Going from the Five of Pentacles to the Magician is a big leap. So there's one thing that's happened, maybe a word, stern word from somebody potentially, or a boundary that was set, or somebody who was very sharp on their tongue or not very kind. That could have been an experience you've had where you felt like that reflected you, but it didn't, because you've come to realize that there's something else inside of you, something greater that you are still unpacking. And with the Magician, you're gathering your resources now. There's a lot of self-reflection. Page of Cups is the first card of the current energy, so definitely a lot of deep reflection. And I think you're also looking at yourself and like wondering why certain things trigger you the way they have or do. And I think that's also a part of you that you're working on strengthening and understanding deeper, so that you can really stand in your power moving forward, because you don't want these certain incidences to make you feel like you're not capable or haven't got what it takes, because you know you have got what it takes. Interestingly, this actually sits below the codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you, take the next step. So this is definitely a time where you are planting yourself or planting a new idea so that it can enter into the void and then be birthed anew. So we've definitely got something cooking here. You're realizing your capabilities, your capacity. I'm loving this card of bounce back and flexibility. I held up that before, that it really does show that now is a time for you to bend. It says, don't give up, all is not lost, get back up and keep trying. So there may have been a failed attempt at something, or maybe you've it's like putting a project in to be analyzed or assessed by someone, and then maybe you got some harsh feedback or criticism or something. Who knows what it is, but there's an experience there that maybe jolted you a little bit, but that's fine. The deep reflections have got you moving into a more confident state with the Chariot here. You are ready to move forward and take leadership of this position, this situation. Queen of Wands here. For some of you, you are working with another person that requires a lot of understanding from you, or you to understand yourself deeper even in reflection to this person. I do feel like for some of you may be dealing with a difficult character at times. You have got the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Wands next. So this is the week ahead energy. So a lot of you, there may be focus on something you have started in the past. Like it says, don't give up, keep on trying. So Six of Cups can definitely talk about things from the past resurfacing. We are heading more into that Mercury retrograde energy now as well. So there's definitely lots of reflections of the past. Many of you are also dealing with a lot of things within the home space. Maybe it's thinking of moving home, upgrading your home, things to do with the family dynamics, raising children. All of that energy is here. It could also be that some of you are wanting to do something within your community space, to take leadership and to be sort of like a guide or a leader or something. There's something you might be wanting to offer your community, or offer to mothers and children, or to offer to or just children. There's something here you may have also, like I said before, some of it might be something you've done in the past that you're feeling a little like battle weary about it. You're not sure if you've got what it takes, but here you are showing up with the Nine of Wands here in the end. It shows that you have got what it takes to persevere in this situation. I'm just going to hold up, drop the excuses. When you drop the excuses, you'll start seeing the results. So if you have been a little bit uncertain of your capabilities, deeply in reflection from past situations, whatever it is going on here, you're facing yourself, and there's definitely a lot of really nice adventures to come. It's a matter of not giving up. The challenge is the Knight of Pentacles and the Temperance, two cards talking about patience, moderation, and taking things slowly, baby steps. Similar message to the codes of the seeds. This is a card about taking the next step nice and slowly. Maybe you're wanting to be further along the journey than you currently are, and that's just not possible. You're maybe wanting more information than you have, and you just don't have it yet. It'll come with experience, it'll come in the right time, but the Temperance being here is a card of needing more balance as well. Maybe you're a little bit imbalanced in your focus at the moment, maybe a bit too much in one area, and needing to balance that out. What will help with your challenge? You've got Death, the Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles. For some of you might need to speak up on something that has finished, or you might be needing to speak on some changes you're wanting to make. Two of Pentacles is juggling multiple responsibilities. So with Temperance up there, you may, where it does show that's the challenge, it will show that you are needing to be maybe a little bit more mindful with your time management so you can get it all done. But you've definitely got ideas, and there's something you're needing to say to somebody. I think you might be planning to end something, or planning to change something in a really big way with the Death card here. And you're just needing to maybe delegate or speak to people around these changes so that you can implement them, because there's definitely change happening. In the area of what you don't see coming, we have the Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Tower. So there may be a collaboration that breaks down because it feels like it's something you know you need to follow within your heart space, a different path, or that it's not working, or that maybe parts of it's not working. And so, yeah, there's definitely, that's this Two of Pentacles as well. Maybe you've got a collaboration and you're maybe only wanting to work with one person out of that collaboration, or maybe someone else entirely. You'll know what it is for you, but there's definitely these changes happening, and you feel them in the heart space. It's not something that you can maybe so much logically explain at times. It might be just something you feel is not right, or it's not working, or it needs to change. So yeah, there's definitely changes going on in that area. You'll find a lot of peace at the other side of the Tower of the Three of Pentacles. You'll feel very peaceful, very confident, and it's the right path for you. You'll feel like any clouds will sort of part. Maybe there's a new collaboration to come based on this. In the outcome, you have got the Judgment, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Happy birthday to anyone having their birthday. I always notice when I pull this card, somebody in the comment section is having a birthday. It's always pretty cool. But anyway, the outcome message shows that you are really following your wish fulfillment and what you know is right for you. You've got a lot of experience and I'm hearing wealth. You've got a lot of wealth. Maybe you've got wealth accumulating, or you're just a naturally abundant person in more ways than one. But you've got a lot of wealth of experience. I think that's what the message is here, that you have to apply to this situation and create something very, very successful for yourself and for others. And it feels like a calling. It feels like something you need to do, something you need to follow. Judgment is there. You're having an awakening as to what your wish fulfillment is in this situation, and you're taking charge. So it is a really nice, responsible, grounded energy. It has a lot to do with taking leadership in the community area, roles in community, looking after and nurturing people, young people, older people, whatever it is. There's a lot of beauty you have to offer here. Underlying energy is the Ace of Pentacles, so there's definitely this fresh start here. And going into your Oracle cards now, you have this new moon in Libra, where the new romantic cycle begins. Some people, this is about a business arrangement or a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, because Libra can also be collaborations or partnerships of any kind. So there's definitely a new start happening here. I'll see if anything jumps out to me. Marriage or engagement on the cards. Feel more, think less. A legal matter may go your way. Pay attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. There's definitely some shift around how you're treating your body. I feel that with the original crystal there. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Anything else standing out for me? When Libra, new moon in Libra comes, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are it will be healthy and well-balanced connection. If anything you do after pulling this card, do it in pairs, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. So yeah, definitely see that it's some sort of shift around collaboration and working with others. A lot of reflection around that space as well, like how it is you respond to others and what's going on. But there's also, there's still a really highlighted focus on family and maybe feeling a little exhausted by family situations. Maybe someone's going through something and you want to be there for them, or you'll know what it is for you. And so with the codes of the seeds, see what stands out here. Some seeds seeds come in knowing exactly what to do. Within them, they hold the potential for an entire forest and rose garden. Seeds have within them the intelligent timing that's connected with the intelligence of the cosmos. And we are all seeds, future forests and gardens waiting to be born. We each hold the codes for new humanity within us. Change is our natural state. Seeds must be buried in the darkness before they can bloom into the light. Seeds can't even begin to bloom without embracing the fertile void of the winter soil. They can't flower without outgrowing the constraints of the bud. They can't bear fruit without releasing their beauty to the earth and letting go of the very thing that about them that captivated others. This card delivers a message that within you, you have all that you need to create what you're destined to create, to move through everything that life delivers and to navigate your way through any terrain. The blueprint has always been seated within. Trust that you have that within you, the codes for the most glorious rose garden waiting to bud and bloom. Trust those codes and remember the blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step, and tomorrow, take the next. And if you continue taking baby steps each day, on a day not so far from today, you'll look back and discover the most breathtaking garden of roses all around you. And then fruit will follow. Today, just take the next step. You know what to do. The blueprint is encoded within you. I love that. That's exciting. That feels really good to read. You also have the card Adventures. Might be a time to go on a little adventure. It says here that something exciting is around the corner and you're entering a new frontier filled with expansive energy. Begin to look at your world in new and different ways. Something you thought was mundane or someone who you may have overlooked will open the door to a new opportunity that is bigger and bolder way of living. Be willing to see the world around you in new ways and don't be lulled into complacency. The appearance of this card is when you're ready to remove your blinders and take action so life doesn't become stagnant and lackluster. It can also signify incredible spiritual attunement and spiritual voyages. Nice. And we already have seen this. Don't drop the excuses and bounce back. For some of you, there may be something you're wanting to get started again. Maybe it's like getting your body moving again. Maybe you've been a bit sedentary lately. We've got this goddess figure. I'll just hold her up again. It really does usually bring that attention to the body and its strength and nurturing the body. With the wisdom of the oracle, I felt like getting prosperity messages for everyone today. So we'll read prosperity. And it says, even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like, who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have a much better plan for you. And you can see it here, like what you don't see coming with your collaborations, the people you work with, there is a shake up coming, but it's actually a good thing, and it's going to feel more peaceful on the other side. It could be a job you haven't thought of, or a new source of money you haven't, new source of money, or some other opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself, this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little and enjoy the miraculous results. And we have a couple of higher self messages to finish your reading. So to try not to resist the changes that come your way, do not delay the inevitable. Your life is at a turning point right now. You're ready, and you have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution. So it looks like you got some work to do, group 1. Hop, skip and jump. That is what I have for you today. I'm not going to do the pendulum, just not feeling it today, so we'll call it there, and hopefully that resonates with you. And yeah, hopefully you got some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 1. Hey, group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Strawberry Quartz Pussycat, then this is going to be for you. Strawberry Quartz is a wonderful supportive stone when it comes to change or any stress around change, helping bring a little bit of peace and comfort. Strawberry Quartz, or the pussycat itself, may be symbolic to you in that you may have a cat or love your cat, or your cat is your best friend or your comfort, or maybe you're thinking of getting a cat. I recommend you get 3. Alright, group 2. Some of the main energies in this reading, I can see Scorpio along with the fixed signs, so that's Taurus, Leo, Aquarius as well. We've got Sagittarius here, also Taurus again. Yeah, those are the main energies. That could be you, someone you're dealing with, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's just start with the past energy. For group 2, we have lots of wands here. The Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Wands, or Princess, in this deck. So there's a lot of ideas, a lot of passion, a lot of momentum, a lot of inspiration here in the recent past, a lot of drive, getting you up and going. For some of you, you may be a little bit scattered in energy, or a little bit impulsive at times, but the passion is there and it's pushing you forward. Two of Wands shows that there's a crossroads in your passions, something you're striving towards or moving towards. There's been a crossroads, so it's gone in a different direction than what you originally expected, but the passion still holds on, and you still sort of see how she holds the rose and looks to the horizon here. So even though things have changed, you're still in this energy of looking to follow this path. There's something about it you haven't given up on, whatever your passion is in this case. Maybe it's a career thing, maybe it's a love thing. You and a partner may have gone in different directions in the past. That could be the case for some of you. For others of you, you just, maybe if you even have a partner, you both just got different things going on, but you're very passionate people. Achievements seem to be the energy here, wanting to achieve something. So don't worry too much if you're not even in a partnership. That doesn't matter. It's more about you. We're reading about you. Some people will get those messages, but mostly these weekly readings are about you. So in the current energy moving into the week ahead, you have got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. So there may be some sort of difficulty in the current energy over the next day or so from watching this reading. Or it could be that it sort of just happened, but either way, the timeline, this is the week ahead energy. So 7 of Swords is strategy, 5 of Wands is conflict. So for some of you, there may be conflict around a particular strategy that someone's trying to execute in this situation. So maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody in this particular moment, but I do feel like whatever feathers are being ruffled or tension is coming up, it's for the truth, it's for a good reason. I do feel that, regardless of how it may be presented. The 7 of Swords here can be like deceptive energy as well. Some of you may be dealing with deceptive energy that then cause disagreements and arguments. 5 of Swords here having an arm wrestle. So some of you, it might also be a bit of like a top dog moment or something, like you and another person sort of battling it out for the higher branch on the tree, or I'm not sure what's going on, but there's definitely some complication in the way things are being presented or unfolding. It could be you, could be someone else that's got this kind of attitude, but I do feel a bit of an attitude here from someone, like there's competition vibe here, right? So yeah, as you progress into this week ahead, you've got the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So regardless of this situation, I'll just hold up the rest of the week as well. Sorry, you've got the 10 of Swords, Death, and the Hanged one as well, Hanged Man. So you are definitely navigating a lot of change, but a sense of like not giving up on something. Death and the 10 of Swords may be very literal and strong message that something is ending or has ended, and you're still dealing with that. For some of you, actually, as I just look at it, there could be disagreements around inheritance and things like that, like estates being settled. Especially given that she's counting the coins, and we've got this argument here, and we do have a message of literal death for some people. There may have been a past loved one that has passed on, and we're still dealing with the aftermath of that, or like I said, their estate or inheritance things. It does not have to be that way. It can also be parting of ways in business or something else where you're going in a different direction. You've got what it takes to build your own thing, something very, very successful and flourishing, but it may also require that something else ends. Maybe it's a matter of shifting a perception about the way you're viewing something. There's definitely a big shake-up in this situation though. But what I see in most of this is it's actually whatever's going on is definitely happening for you. I do see that you are in this, I see you as this energy. You've got something you're working on. It's a new project perhaps. It needs all of your care and attention. You can't cut corners or rush this situation. You've got the card by the book, which I'll get to in a moment, but that card is very much about being by the book and following the rules and doing things in the correct order. You can't rush certain things, but it is going to bring you a great deal of abundance. The Wheel of Fortune is here. The wheel will turn. All of your hard work may already be starting to pay off in some way or another. You may notice your wealth of experience is starting to blossom flowers in your garden, but you do have to deal with something later in this week that is to do with an ending here though. But allow it to be a transformation with the Death card after it and the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is like, it's a feeling like stuck between a rock and a hard place, or that the situation is immovable, but it's more about spirit and asking you to move yourself or your perception, the angle you're looking at this situation, and you'll start to see that there's actually something thawing here, and there's new life that will sprout from the situation if you view it differently. So this is happening for me, not to me, is a wonderful one. Because it really does invite in how it's happening for us, even if we have no idea at the time how it could possibly be happening for us. If we do recite that mantra, it can definitely bring it in. So in the area of challenge, you've got a few cards came out with the Magician, 4 of Cups, the World, 6 of Wands. So there's definitely something you're wanting to create. Maybe it's literally a whole world you're wanting to create here, and a lot of success to come your way. But the challenge is you may feel like things are not going your way for whatever reason. Maybe there's the end of something, like we see with the World here is the end of one thing, but it's also the beginning of another. And you do have the 10 of Swords and Death there. So it may, and see, even the Hanged Man, like this is represented in this particular 4 of Cups, because normally the 4 of Cups is where there's like one cup being offered that the person is not noticing, and they're too busy looking at the other cups that are all empty. But this person is noticing that all of the cups are on the other side of the window, and they're a little bit disappointed they haven't got a single cup. But if you'll just notice, the rain is filling their cups for them. So this whole situation, whatever's unfolding that seems like it's not working for you, you can trust that it is. It really, really is. You've got this magician energy and you've got the Six of Wands here. I do feel like while this is in the challenge, your challenge of maybe being noticed for your work or being successful in something you're wanting to launch, you can see that the changes, there's a lot of growth in this, and like, I feel a bit of tongue-in-cheek from Spirit. So I feel like Spirit might be kind of messing with you a little bit in some ways, not in like a malice way, but like playfully playing with you. Because you're so lovingly held, and everything is actually just going to be beautiful and fine. Interesting I say that, because you've got the card here, held. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support and community. I'll read that for you soon, but like all of the cards in the oracles really do support these messages. Having faith in your dreams with waxing crescent moon, keeping things nice and simple with the card simplicity, and doing things by the book, making sure you don't cut corners. And that's you right now. It's like maybe you're working out your budget or your time or your materials, or there's a lot to evaluate and consider that needs your attention and care. So anyway, what will help with this challenge over here, you got the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Just start and see how, as you take each step each day, that thing that's coming towards you on the horizon, that success that you want, is slowly making its way towards you. But all you need to do is be present with this journey. Ace of Pentacles, put the first cornerstone down, do the first piece of work, assess the situation, get the information, do whatever's needed, but do start. Underlying energy of the whole reading here is the Empress. Under that is the Chariot. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Sun as well. So there's definitely like a lot of enthusiasm to burst forward and make things really successful and abundant and fertile around you. But still, I just think slow and steady is going to win the race here. What you don't see coming, we have the Page of Swords, the Temperance card, Five of Swords. So for some of you, this is a matter of noticing your surroundings and the other people involved in the situation, and making a very clear assessment as to whether you want to continue down this certain path or to pull away your energy and do your own thing. I do feel like that's here for some of you. You might be sort of just waiting to gather a bit more information first. Maybe you're waiting to see the results of something before you then pull away. I think ultimately you will be pulling away from something or someone, but you're waiting to gather your information first, so take your time. Temperance is here to ask you to be patient and to have balance in the situation, to use any sort of gritty moments to heal and self-inquire. But yeah, I do feel like you are sort of waiting to gather your info, and what you don't see coming, and info will come your way in the right timing, and it'll help you move forward or go in a different path, I think here. Yeah, you financial independence or something here, doing something independently. So in the area of outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I just saw 1111 at the time of recording there. Fly. Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Fool. So look, the outcome does look like there's a big hill in front of you with a lot to carry. It looks really like it's going to take a long time and a lot of hard work. It may look like that and feel like that, but you're asked to take this leap of faith. You're asked to go for it. It's something you may not have done before, but you have got what it takes, and bit by bit that Ten of Wands will, I believe, come back into the Ace of Wands, your original inspiration and passion. Having faith in your dreams, keeping it simple, sort of making those macro into the micro with your organization, like looking at different ways of goal setting so that you can achieve this in bite-sized pieces. Knight of Pentacles, strategizing, methodical, careful. Yes, it is a big job. Yes, there may be some things that you need to adjust to make it work, but the Fool is asking for that leap of faith and to, explore your dreams. So the card held in the Oracle. When times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. When things are crumbling around us, we must find something to count on that won't budge. Deep roots that hold us steady for when the winds of change come blowing. A supportive community around us. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. When our lover leaves, we must find something to hold us. When the job ends, we must find something to hold us. When our parents die, we must find something to hold us. When we think there's nothing holding us, it's an invitation to find new supportive ground. This is where we can discover the sureness of the soil, the holding of the roots, and reach out to our community for extra holding. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes life rips us from what we cling to the most, or perhaps we cling to it for we can feel the cycle of change coming. Yet in the darkness of our longest, darkest night, we discover that it's in the empty spaces that we can be reached and held the most. It's in these that we discover a holding that we didn't know before, and we discover that we were what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. You're being called to trust the Great Mother has got you, to trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you're not going through this alone. I really love that. Have faith in your dreams. I think we can keep it there for that one. Truly believe in yourself. These some things that you are creating. You have the card Simplicity. I do love how this book is written, so I'll read it to you. To find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life, do only what matters. Release everything else. Simplify your life. Scan all areas and clear both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Relinquish everything else. Do not delay, do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There's too much static and too much stuff to connect to your soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. Maybe you're feeling called to do that lately. You have the card By the Book, and I've felt prosperity for everyone this week, so that's what all the groups have got. And prosperity for this card is, at this time, you can expect a return on your investment. Whatever you have pursued, be it a dream you've long cherished, a skill you've cultivated, or a service you're called to, it will come to you if you're willing to go by the book. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. Follow in the footsteps of others who have already achieved the things you're striving for. You can learn a lot by observing the structures that are already working. Your creative projects and commitment to prosperity are in alignment with the needs of the world, but impatience may tempt you to cut corners to get there more quickly. Stick to what you know works and you will attract abundance. I love that. I love that. And see, it kind of comes in here as well with escape materialism and plan your career. Like, don't go rushing for the big pot of gold. Stick to your why. Remember your why. Enjoy the creative process. We're not in a rush to the graveyard. Like, let's enjoy this journey, this ride, and all of the little experiences that you got a lot of growth from along the way. That's for sure. So planning your career, there's definitely something going on. I think it's funny, it says, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. And here she is like taking notes and counting her finance, and we've got a wheel here. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Maybe it's like it's stopping that approach to something and changing your approach, viewing things differently. You've definitely got, there's a little bit of turmoil, maybe with you and another, maybe just inside yourself, but this is good birthing, it feels like birthing contractions sort of thing, like something's coming out, something's coming. What is this? Higher self messages. You're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself between all of your hard works. Do remember to keep a balance and take a little walk in nature. Do what you need to do. Embrace what you've learned and cherish your experiences because they are divinely fated. I think there's a lot. This is like a heavy Latin with messages here. Embrace what you've learned all along the journey so far. You have got what it takes, but also cherishing your experience. They're divinely fated. Even the timing or the way things unfold, that's not so straightforward. There's a lot to learn from that, and it will help you. And you've got to be careful with who and what you surround yourself with. So that might be something you're wanting to clear out. It may be literally smoking might be a thing for you, or it could be something else that needs to be cleared away. But just be mindful who and what you surround yourself with. So that's what I have for my group 2s with the Strawberry Quartz Pussycat. Hopefully that was enjoyable for you and you got some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance from this reading. And yeah, take care group 2. I'll look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pink aura, this will be your reading. So The pink aura is a high love vibrational crystal, so helping you align with a higher love vibration, dissolving any anger or stress. It's a beautiful stone. You may be feeling like going through a bit of a glow up because it is a treated stone, so there might be some beauty things that you're enjoying or would like to enjoy, or you might get benefit from feeling like you know, beautifying in some way your home space, your bedtime routine, whatever it is, like just adding more beauty to your day, to your life. So group 3, some of the energies in this reading, I see Capricorn here, Taurus as well, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, Virgo. What do we got up here? Yeah, those are the main energies in your readings. It could be you or someone you deal with, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's start with the past energy. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Three of Wands, Ten of Swords and the Star all coming out together here. So in the past energy, you may have been, there's romantic energy here first for a start. The Knight of Cups. This is fantasy and fanciful and playful and light-hearted and free, and it's a romance. With the Three of Wands, however, and the Ten of Swords, maybe there's been a romance that you have been waiting for, or it may have been that you had a cycle with this person and things ended and you're waiting for things to align for you again. Some of you may be also in the area of looking for love and still waiting. It may not be you waiting for a specific person, but just waiting in general for more healing to take place so that you can align with a love that is very healthy and nourishing for you. There's definitely desire for love here, but the Ten of Swords has been an ending. So for some of you, it may have been that a romantic situation did not take off or go the way you'd hoped, or something happened where you're still waiting for that to eventuate and it just never came to be. Maybe it did take place, but it didn't unfold how you had hoped it would. But there still is hope in this situation. With the Star there, you may be holding on to hope and just moving through your own transformation, because the Ten of Swords has got the Phoenix on it in this case. So you may be like trying to just sort of find your passion elsewhere and grow and change and transform. But interestingly, the card that sits above this part of the reading is the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching, the inner quest. And this is about turning towards your inside to find that which you seek externally. The message of the Holy Grail, that elusive Holy Grail that have been sought out desperately throughout history. I think the way this message couples here in this beginning of the reading, it may be that you have realized within yourself, or starting to realize, that there may be a situation you're seeking outside of yourself that may not be as fulfilling as you would hoped it would, and the fulfillment you seek is actually inside of you. I'll read this little last bit here of the Holy Grail. It's the ultimate spiritual quest. Many see quests as physical places to journey to, conquer or find, but perhaps the Grail is an invitation to go inward, to connect with the grace within, to find it without. To realize that this journey is drinking from the eternal well is to find deep within as part of us that cannot be extinguished. Perhaps this is why the rose is a symbol of the Holy Grail, her petals calling us to spiral in, for it's there that we will find the nectar of all that we've searched for, patiently waiting for us to return to it. Stop looking without, stop the endless searching, and turn your gaze within. And I think that that's what this reading is drawing you towards. Maybe you've had a lot of hopes for a particular romantic connection, but you're being asked to turn within. And as you progress into the week ahead, it's interesting cards, because it really is like there's a lot of energy here of standstill and things not progressing, but you have got the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, so deeply invested in a long-term happy relationship, something you really want, a deepening of commitment with the Hierophant here. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, Four of Swords, Knight of Swords. So it does look like there's a really strong desire to have a deep, lasting love in your life. And at this time, though, it may feel like there's a standstill, or the tides are turning, and that what you wanted is something that's not coming to pass at this time. Nothing is yet set in stone. You have this card here. You have the card, your commitment is being tested. You have the card, standstill. You have the card, why. So there's lots we can unpack here around this connection as to why it is in a standstill, or what you're needing to know about that. I want to jump straight to things at the end. There's so many, like, I want to hold all the cards up at once. It's times like this where the camera on the table would be good, but my spreads are way too large for that. True love will find you in the end. That is a card from your higher self. We will get to that shortly, though. So later in this week, you may notice that your commitment is really being tested, and you're being asked to turn inside of yourself and deeply contemplate what it is that you want. And there's a sense of urgency that you may have at times with this connection, or the outcome that you want. And you may even say things abruptly, or do things that could either sabotage or desperately reach for control in a situation where you don't have any. That could be a challenge you come up against this week, or at this time. There's definitely a desire to have a deepening of commitment, and to be with somebody who is very, very wholesome and brings you a lot of joy and happiness, and there's a lot of mutual understanding. All of that is what you are invested in, or wanting to be invested in. Some of you, you're already in a relationship, and it may be that this relationship is falling apart, or it's not moving ahead how you'd hoped it would. And that brings me to the challenge of the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups. There's a lot of emotion here in a situation with partnership. So this could be, like I said, maybe you're not in a partnership and this is something you want, something very strong and heavy on your heart at this time, or it could be a particular person that you've separated from. But yeah, the challenge is there's a lot of emotion around a connection here, the Two of Cups. And what you're needing to know, what will support you with your challenge, is the Devil reversed and the Ace of Cups. So maybe for some of you, there's a strong holding on to this connection and you're needing to let it go for whatever reason. For some of you, this connection may return to you. This is a general reading, so you can't really call that. But to some, this person may return to you in a different form. Others of you, it's best to let this connection go completely, because I strongly feel for most it is to let it go completely, because the Eight of Cups is here when we've really tried out everything we can to make something work and it isn't working. And with the Devil reversed, it's upright is a very unhealthy energy. We have avoid toxic people. Hang out with people who will uplift your spirit, not bring it down. And the Devil's here reversed, so that's the advice, is to let go of any toxic connections, or even in yourself, that if there's like a toxicity in yourself of really holding on to control or obsession over this connection perhaps that's not serving you, you're being asked to release that at this time. What you don't see coming is a greater awareness and awakening to this situation that will bring grief. It will bring sadness. There is a sense of loss and maybe regret for some of you, but it's also encouraging you to move forward on your path to where you're supposed to be, because let me hold this up again. True love will find you in the end. There is somebody out there for you. If this person that you're thinking of right now in this reading is not that person, and I don't think it is that person, I actually think it's someone else for you. But like I said, general reading, so take it how it resonates. It's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. And that's important as well, to be yourself, because that's what will attract that true partnership. You won't always feel alone. You're attracting your soul tribe. So the three cards that came from the higher self deck are really encouraging you to be true to yourself, and to trust that, you are going to find that beautiful love in the end. And maybe right now you're in a situation that's very unhealthy for you. So there will be a need for acceptance, and with acceptance can come sadness and loss and grief. But with the Judgment and the Chariot here, it's like there's a deep knowing and a calling to go on the path you're supposed to go on, to find yourself to where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be with, whether it's romantic or a different type of love. Maybe it's love within sisterhood or community, raising children with other mothers or something like that. It could be a completely different love that you seek, and that's okay. So in the outcome energy, we have got strong reiterating cards of the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. There is a time of being asked, like this card suggests as well, the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching and the inner quest. That is the Hermit card. The Hermit card is the soul searcher. It's the card that goes within. It stops looking externally for validation or acceptance or love, and it finds it inside of itself. And as you first turn within, maybe with the Five of Cups, you feel like there isn't any, or it feels very hollow, cold, or empty in that space, and that may bring a lot of anxiety. But it is a journey that it is worth taking. It's that finding love inside of yourself. And in all of life and all the blessings around us, because once we start to see it, we really find it, we start to see it, we focus on it, it starts to bloom externally, as within, so without. When we change the way we look at our world, the world we look at will change. It's true. You may be having sleepless nights and feeling not good enough, or feeling very left in the cold, abandoned, alone. These energies are very strong at this time, but I do strongly feel that it's to take you where you're supposed to go, to find your true tribe that will accept you. You don't need to shape yourself to fit, to have the status of a relationship. You don't have to walk on eggshells. You don't have to hold back the things that you truly think and feel, because true love will be able to withstand those thoughts, feelings, those parts of you that are different and unique. So ground yourself. We have the root chakra here. This is a card of the energy of security, stability, networking, sending roots down into the earth, staying grounded, being supported by yourself, but also your community as well. Saving finances might be another thing here where you might be stressed about. This is your financial situation for some of you. So in the oracle cards, we saw the Holy Grail. We see here as well, nothing yet is set in stone, with a mutable moon. And mutable is all about change, shape-shifting even, that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. For others, will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone. The additional meanings for this card, you are meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? Time to focus and stay with it, whatever it means for you. And then you have your commitment is being tested. I'll see, what is it, a first quarter moon? I'll see if there's something here for you. I'll just read it all again because I feel like this group probably could use the support. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something's too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself. The additional meanings is a yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort, or sometimes we need to realize how much we want something, and you need to recommit to someone or something. And I feel like that is yourself, recommitting to yourself. I do feel. And we have the card Stand Still. I'll read that for you also. It feels like in some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill, then you're right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves truth. And in your life, you can either say there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin to pull them out. Notice what isn't working in your life and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is stuck in the mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly, carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. And I see that down here in what you don't see coming as well. Like there's a realization that brings grief, but it also brings you the confidence to move towards what you deserve and what you desire, but maybe it's not in the outcome or the package you had expected or hoped. But usually when that happens, it's something better. And we see that when we're on the other side of it, not beforehand. Beforehand, we're a victim, it hurts, we don't understand, we fight against it. But then on the other side, it's like, okay, I see why that was, oops, turns out it was better. Get that quite a lot. I'm sure if you reflect, you'll see times in yourself where you've held on to something only for it to fall apart, and then you realize the thing that took its place was just so much better suited for you. So you have the prosperity card. I've asked for prosperity in this deck for all the groups because I just felt that that's what we wanted. So this card says it is the why card, but knowing the motive behind your career and creative venture is the ticket to your greatest success. It's time to ask yourself some probing questions. Are you driven by a desire to serve? Does your prosperity impact the greater good? When you envision your most prosperous life, are you guided by a sense of purpose or by a need to make money, acquire things, save for the future, or all of these? No motive is bad or good, but having an agenda hidden from yourself will lead to disappointment and possibly failure. Be clear about why you want the things you do. If the motives are true, accept them. If they are not, change them so that you can step into your extraordinary life. I think that's all of the cards. No, we already had these, but I did hold them up already. It was, oh wait, oh no. Yeah, I'm like, where's the other cards? They're here, and I've held them up already as well because I just couldn't help myself in this reading. These are the ones I was going to finish on. Avoiding toxic people, working on the root chakra. It says it's out of balance, but maybe just needing a little more support. Root vegetables, root teas. True love will find you in the end. It's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. You won't always feel alone. You are attracting your soul vibe, soul tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So maybe that's why I keep saying vibe. It's about the vibration you're at. I think that might be a big message there for you as well. So that's what I have for you, group 3. Hopefully that resonated with you and gave you some comfort, clarity, or guidance in this situation. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 3.